This is Karina with Sphere Therapeutix. Today we're doing traps and shoulders with some functional movement. So your traps are these meaty areas right here, or upper traps if we want to be specific, because we have upper, middle, and lower traps. But we're specifically talking about mostly today the upper and a little bit of the mid traps. But focus is probably going to be on shoulders because everybody loves that, because that's where we feel our tension in our bodies is in our shoulders. When we're saying, oh, this or that hurts, you know, it's usually connected neck and shoulders. Grab your T-spheres. And don't forget your lovely aromatherapy. So today I've got my Inner Beauty. So I just put a couple sprays and put it on the sphere. If you don't have it, it is not a big deal. But remember, that's what makes these lovely T-spheres so special, that and the density, and then you can heat and cool them. And since it is summertime, sometimes that is the time to really put them in a Ziploc and put them in the freezer. You can rub your face or your traps like we're going to do today. If you did that infusion, then take a deep breath. Today I have the rose geranium, so that's a really nice little touch here. So go ahead and take that left arm, place it down, fingertips onto the ground. Take a deep breath and really extend up through the crown of the head. And then exhale ear to shoulder. So really opening this area. Really taking your inhale and expanding it into this area that needs to stretch. And exhale, letting all the tension flow down into your fingers and out into the ground. Inhale. And exhale. Take your head up. And now we're going to come down at an angle. So your nose will come down towards this end. So we're going to stretch back here. So again, the nose comes at an angle down. And you'll feel that stretch back here. So you can even move your hand back just a little bit. And take a couple breaths. So again, extending the spine up, but letting the head fall over to get that stretch. And breathe. Beautiful. Release and let's do the other side. Just warming up. Inhale, expand up. Exhale, and opposite ear to shoulder. One side might be a little tighter than the other. For me, it would be this side. I really feel it stretching. So take it to where you get a good stretch, but not past the pain. But take it to where you get that stretch and take that deep breath in. So inhaling, really expanding this area. Visualizing. It's always about intention as well. What are we wanting to do? Putting the energy of thought there and letting it become even better. Beautiful. And coming back, extending the nose down to the opposite side. And you can move the hand towards the back. So it's like we have these straight lines of energy that we work with. So head down towards the opposite side, really breathing in back here. And release out. So now we're going to take our T-spheres. Now, you can put these in a sock or a bag or something. I do that a lot with my sport balls, and it's intense, but I roll up my back. I'll do a class on that. Or you can just have them totally separate. So what we're going to do is we're going to go onto our backs, and we're going to place these in between the shoulder blades. So we're going to be starting here. Remember that the traps, they lapse a good amount of like the upper part of your back. So we have lower traps, mid traps that are in between the shoulder blades, and upper traps that are here. So we're essentially going to be working mid and upper traps. All right, so we're going to place these on each side of your spine, because I don't put the T-spheres on the spine. Can put the airfield, but not the T-spheres. Okay, so each side of the spine around this area right here. Onto your back, knees bent, feet flat. Get those T-spheres in place here. Try to get them as even as possible. And then you're going to clasp your hands behind your head. So remember with the T-spheres, a lot of times I'll use the sport balls, hips, low back, and mid, hips, yeah, and low back, round sacrum. And then the T-spheres, the golf ball sized, we're going to place them mid to upper back. All right. So you can definitely feel them at this point. I am taking a breath and I'm sinking as much as I can here. So this is soft tissue. It's not bone stimulation, as you can see. From here, we're going to press into the feet, lift up and roll those spheres up so your body comes down. So spheres are going to move up between the shoulder blades. This can be intense. You could place a pillow under your head here too to take a little intensity out. I've just got my hands clasped behind my head here. I could give more pressure if I wanted by pressing into my heels and lifting up my pelvis. That is entirely up to you. But make sure you're breathing. Again, press into those feet, bring the body down. Those spheres should be up towards the top part of your shoulder blade. See me here? Trying to keep them even. So they're in between the shoulders, a little bit more upper now. So I've gone 3 spots, and I'm just going to hang out here. Take a few deep breaths. It is pretty tender. And from here, I'm going to do one more. So I'm going to press into my feet, lift up, and let it come up right into the traps. So they're going to be right here. So above the shoulder blades, more into soft tissue here. If you can't feel them, then lift your pelvis up. You can kind of press into more, one foot more than the other, or you can lift one elbow than the other. Play with it, see what feels good to you. Any of those options are fine. Just taking a little time here, letting those spheres sink. Deep breaths. Again, you can lift up the pelvis. You can kind of do a cross fiber here, where I'm lifting my pelvis up and shifting from one foot to the other. You might feel crunchy stuff happening. So sometimes that adhesion that is there is breaking up. That's good. You can kind of set the pelvis down and you can just put pressure and then kind of move your body side to side. There's a lot of times trigger points in this area. So they're basically knots in the muscle that refer pain. So we're pressing in those to deactivate them. You do have that power. And now we're going to, again, come back to center. One more time, we're going to roll up. So pressing into the feet, rolling up just a little bit. If you don't feel them, because I'm at the very top part, right in here, at the top of the shoulders. If you don't feel them, you can, like I say, lift one elbow and then the other, or just go ahead and kind of lift the pelvis up. Just bring some pressure and some breath into this area. Beautiful. And now come down. Bring the spheres out. And then we're just going to do a little bit of work with the T-spheres, just to add a little bit. So I'm taking one of my T-spheres, and I'm going to roll into my shoulder here. I'm just taking it and rolling. You can do fingertips. A lot of times I leave it about right here on my palm, just for showing you purposes. I'm kind of more in my fingertips, but just roll across that trap here. Roll across and roll out. whatever feels best to you. Just give it a little bit of time just to roll it out. You might feel a little popping sometimes. Kind of when you come across the trap right here, it'll pop just a bit. And then you want to get in there and just squeeze your trap. So again, the sphere is in your hand right here, and then you're coming across the trap, pushing in here, fingertips coming around and squeeze. So right there, pushing in and then squeezing around that area. So again, the sphere is about right here, squeezing around that area and pushing towards each other. So the fingertips are pushing towards the sphere through the traps. And let's give a little stretch while we do that. Beautiful. Let's go to the other side. Whew, it is very relaxing. All right, so we're gonna roll out that side. So I'm just gonna take it and roll it out. You can roll it side to side. You can roll it forward and back. However feels good to you. It's crazy how tight our traps get, but that's where we store all of our tension. Computer work, driving, life. So you can keep these T-spheres next to your desk. And then we're gonna squeeze. So you take this sphere here, grasp around. So it's gonna go right here. Squeeze around that trap. So the fingertips are on the other side of the trap and squeezing where the sphere is. This one feels really good. And coming over. And over. And one more time. Opposite ear to shoulder. Place your T-spheres down. I hope that you're feeling looser at the sides of your neck, around your shoulders, and between your scapulas and your back. Feel that and savor that today.